Championship Week is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're on the campus of Wisconsin Green Bay today, where the Vikings and the Bulldogs are playing for the championship, dominated by Cleveland State in the first half by a score of 30-20. Butler really struggled to shoot the ball in the first half, so if you're the Bulldogs, how do you find easier looks in the second?
I think they still have to give the ball to Thornton. I mean, she's got a lot of touches in the game. She hasn't made a lot of layups, but you still have to attack the basket and go to your go-to player. Let's
go to the go-to players in our Star Watch. Show you what they did in the first half. Let's start with Klein, who was terrific with a dozen.
She has, and I just love the way she hasn't forced anything. The game has come to her. She's hit open shots. She's been moving without the ball. She's being the leader that she's supposed to be.
Jessica Roque has come up with 11 points. Her average is 5 a game, and she's getting some great looks.
She is, and she's a senior, and like I said before, this is when the veterans step up. You know, she averages 5 points, but she already has 11. It's because she recognizes the urgency of the game, and she's going to help her team win.
She is one of 4 seniors in the starting lineup. Cleveland State 12 of 29 from the floor, and the rebounding edge is significant, 19-7 in the first half.
Yeah, that's huge, and one of the keys for the game was for Cleveland State for their starters to start fast. And right now their starters have 30 of their points, so they've done exactly that.
Vikings trying to throw the knockout punch here in the second half, up by 10.
And excuse me, I say 30 of their points, and that's all of their points.
Starters have been the sole contributors in this game. Right in front of us, Garland to throw it in to Roque. We begin the second half.
I look for Garland to be more aggressive on offense and just be more impactful in the game.
Here's Klein trying to bank it in. And Butler gets a 1 and out here on the rebound by Lester. Brittany Bowen has been limited to 2 points on 1 made field goal and 4 attempts. That's going to be an offensive foul, and it's Cleveland State's turn to take the charges now in the game.
It is. This is great defense by both teams, but that's bad offense when you're not recognizing that the players are rotating over. You're going to have to pull up and take a mid-range jump shot. Butler comes out with a little bit of pressure, which I like to see. Just trying to change the pace of the game.
Nearly forces a turnover, and in fact, off the hands of Crossley, back to Butler. Cross-court pass to Bowen on the drive to the basket. And that'll be a shooting situation for Brittany Bowen as the outside official Rod Creech spots the foul. Kate Peterson-Abiyad, that's her daughter Mia. She was born back in August. Her husband, Kate's husband Phil, is on a recruiting trip. He's the assistant coach for Cleveland State's volleyball team. And Mom was telling us before the game today, she said, you don't like a parent, you feel guilty about everything. So sometimes I wonder, am I as good as a mom as I should be? And does, when I feel good about being a mom, am I as good a coach as I should be?
It's a hard balance because coaching takes up so much of your time. You know, there's a lot of traveling, you're watching a lot of film, and you feel like one or the other is going to be neglected, but I'm sure she does a great job of balancing it out.
By the way, that's a well-traveled baby. She already has a passport. It's already been to Cancun with Mom in Cleveland State.
Cancun?
Yeah, not bad for somebody just 7 months old.
Man.
Took me 40-some years before I got to that point.
Wow.
Here comes Butler down by 8. Trying to start off the second half and get a bit closer. On the catch and shoot, Bowen misses. And the rebound taken by Cleveland State. Nearly a tie-up in the backcourt. And now we've got a tie-up. As Brittany Bowen got in there to force the jump ball, and Butler gets the ball back.
Stephanie Crossley may have gotten away with a little travel, but that's a great job of pursuing the basketball by Butler.
Here's Burns throwing the ball in. She had 2 quick personal fouls in the first half. Devin Brierly, who can shoot the 3, and Roque is all over her.
Butler needs to recognize the mismatch. Jessica Roque is guarding Susan Lester right now, so they should have just dumped the ball into her and let her go to work.
Beth Kuchar's team down for most of this game and trailing right now by 8.
The first 5 minutes of the first half and the second half are crucial for teams, so look for Butler to make a push right now. It doesn't determine the game, but it sets the momentum for the game, and it sets the theme for the game.
Makes it less difficult to try to catch up down the stretch.
It does.
Crossley, great pass inside, scored by Garland.
Now Cleveland State comes out with a little pressure of their own. And the thing about pressure is if a team comes out and presses you, you want to try to get a layup or a wide open three, because that's things that on the defensive end you don't want to give up.
Now the Roque sisters combining there, Angel to Jessica. And by the way, as you take a look at number 50, Jessica Roque, they are separated by just 3 minutes at birth.
Right here, that's
just a
great
gorgeous pass.
Great pass. And that's a good job of Shanita Garland by moving without the ball, giving her somewhere to pass it to.
Tara Burns now with her 3rd personal foul. Claire Freeman in the game for Butler. Angel Roque committed to Cleveland State, and her sister Jessica, number 50, said that wherever my sister would go, I would go. So once Angel committed, Jessica said, well, I must be going to Cleveland State. Both made the recruiting trip, liked the school, and here they are. Yes. That one down and out for Jessica, out of bounds in the hands of Butler. Two sisters, as you might imagine, are close. Angel's the more outgoing. Jessica a little bit more reserved. I was asking her sports information, people, any perks, any finishing sentences of the other person, any feel for any pain they might have if they're in a different room. Said nothing like that.
Well, you know, Shanita Garland also has a twin sister that did commit to Cleveland State as well. But she ended up leaving before the season started their freshman year. But they have a couple sister twins on the team.
It remains a 10-point advantage for Cleveland State. 3-ball away, front line.
That's a deep shot. That lets you know, once again, you can't give her any more looks. You have to get up on her and make sure that she doesn't get any wide open shots, no matter where she is.
She has a game-high 15.
And she's chasing that record right now, set by Shea Petty of Wright State in 08.
Inside, easy basket there for Susan Lester. Lester with her 7th point of the afternoon. Most of the first half, just 3 Butler players that did the scoring.
You know, I said that Butler should look to give Thornton some more touches, but I also think Lester needs to get the ball a little bit more, because she's the one that's been productive for them the most as far as getting offensive rebounds and getting layups.
Looks like a little volleyball activity for Cleveland State there on both sides of the basket. It results in nothing scored, though, and a foul on the Vikings.
It did, and those layups and those easy shots that you miss are the ones that come back to get you at the end. So the gimme baskets, those are the ones you have to take advantage of.
That foul, by the way, on 23, Kailey Klein, her 2nd. Kate Peterson-Abiad, who has rebuilt this Cleveland State program, much as Beth Kuchar has done for Butler. Both on the doorstep of an NCAA tournament bid, an automatic bid, that will go to today's winner. Thornton calling to the ball down low. Goes inside out to Pittman. On the drive, no basket, but when we come back, Alyssa Pittman will have 2 free throws. 35 for Cleveland State and 24 for Butler.